Hello and welcome to a brand new map on the marketplace. Yes, this is in fact a Barter Block that I have actually gone ahead and created again for Feed the Beast. Yes, this has actually been released as this video has kind of gone live. You can find it on the store for 660 coins. And yeah, the whole idea of this map is bartering with these new types of piglins, the passive piglins, in order to progress and yeah, play basically. So I'm just going to quickly run over everything that is in this kind of map, okay? And obviously if you like what you see, you can go and find it, I guess. I'll have links for it in the description of the video as well. But yeah, this is a spawn room. Now, if you've got a keen eye, you might have noticed we're actually inside a piglin's head. I thought it'd be quite funny to put this in here. But yeah, we got some settings. I'll just quickly run over them. So keep inventory is set to default by, you know, default to false. And show coordinates is on. And obviously if you press the red one, green means true sort of thing. You can see my coordinates up there. Random tick speed is for things like trees growing and things like that and crops and stuff. It is set to 1 by default, but you can speed this up if you really want to. I'll leave it on 10 just for now. And then by default, it's set to normal, but you can obviously change this to hard or easy. It's entirely up to you. But now there is a little bit of reading to do. And I did actually make these lovely little signs to kind of remind you what mobs drop what. Now, Barter Block is all about bartering with these guys, like I said, but they like anything that is ingot shaped, okay? So we're starting off with, as you can see in his hand, a brick. And the next tier up is a nether brick. And then it goes copper, gold, iron, and then, you guessed it, netherite. So the idea is that you want to farm all these kind of bricks or ingots, and yeah, you want to barter with these guys. So in here, there is actually a chest, which I'm going to take. And I actually have given you all of these things that are on the wall right here to take back to your so-called island as well, if you really want to remind you, or maybe you want to decorate a base with them. I don't really know, but this one isn't actually in the wall, and I'll show you what that one is when we get onto the island. And then obviously there is a lectern here as well. And there is quite a bit of a read in here. It's not crazy amount, but I will just kind of scan through it. If you want to pause and watch it and read it, yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I have written these little things here as well. Don't forget that you can create mud using water bottles on a piece of dirt. And then you can obviously create clay. Now, this is very important at the start because, as you know, as I just said, they like bricks. So how do you get a brick? Yeah, you cook a clay ball in a furnace, right? Once you're all done, it does mention this in the actual lectern. You need to just kind of walk through this special nether portal. Ta-da! And it will take you to your Barter Block starting island. And this is it, guys. So you do get given a bit of stuff to help you go at the start. Again, the actual book that is actually on that lectern is here, but it's kind of modified to make more sense because we're not actually in that room anymore. But other than that, that is pretty much it. Now, I do mention in the actual book that there is some different things that you can do via recipes and things like that. So please make sure that you read it. Now, I do obviously give you enough blocks right here, so you can just quickly bridge across to this guy and say hello to him. So yeah, I made this guy. He's got a spyglass. He's looking for his other, you know, piglin friends. Now, this little section here is actually, you can probably tell by the soundtrack in the background, the ambience, it's actually a nether crimson forest. So you can see the particles. I thought it was a nice touch, right? But yeah, we do start off with a birch tree. A bit of a harder start because obviously we don't get apples. And then we've got a cauldron here. So the idea of the cauldron is to collect rainwater. And then obviously you can, you know, reproduce the actual water to obviously make yourself infinite water. Now, there is a little surprise in the middle of this clay little block as well. But guys, I have really thought about this one, okay? It's very grindy, but it's very funny and rewarding, I'm pretty sure. It's going to be a challenge, let's put it that way. And there is actually an end game to it as well. The main thing you want to do is kind of obtain the dragon egg and barter the dragon egg with him. So now, what is this actual chest? Now, it says here, includes 4 posters inside. Now, I wanted to include this because this will actually help you to understand how to automate piglins, okay? Now, hopefully, yeah, they're in the right order, so that's cool. So we could see on this, if I hit F1, it doesn't work. On this diagram, I'm telling you now that it's 4 blocks high and 3 blocks across. And this is a basic automatic setup for bartering with these guys. So you don't have to constantly throw it. So you're basically filling up a dropper, putting in a lever, and it's a redstone little mechanic. And it will eventually set up to automate this. That's the idea. Pretty easy, really. I mean, I hope that my diagrams are okay. I tried. So as you can see, I've built it, and it hasn't obviously taken me very long. And as you can see, it's not very resource heavy. But the idea is that you just pull this lever and it will just fire things out of the dropper for you. Now, obviously on these diagrams, I'm not showing you where to actually put the piglin. And I'm not actually showing you where to put some glass or something, for example. But this is kind of what you would do. And then you imagine this redstone torch is a piglin like that. That's where he would go. And there we go. You've got yourself a piglin kind of automatic setup. Now, obviously, you could change this bottom block out for a hopper or something like that. And therefore, you would be pretty good. But the only problem is with having a hopper there, the items might fall through. Now, you can change the speed of this if you really want to. And this will actually allow this to spit out blocks faster. But you don't really want it that fast because piglins do take a bit of time to obviously go into that barter state, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's kind of a basic kind of a setup for one of these. So I've just cleared out my inventory and yeah, what other things we got? So we do get some other bonus stuff, but the most important thing in here is probably the dripstone. Because as I mentioned at the start, you kind of want to focus on making a bit of clay at the start to obviously get some bricks. Now I've been quite nice. I do give you 8 bricks to start off with, but the idea, all you need to do is basically throw these at them and they will throw back some other valuable resources. Now, you won't know exactly what you get until you do it, if that makes sense. I want it to be like that, but it's been heavily thought out about, okay? Now, if you do go onto the actual store and look at the big picture on the actual store, you might get a bit of a spoiler of what kind of things you can actually get from the certain drops, because I kind of designed it like that. So yeah, like we're getting apples, we're getting bones, we're getting dripstone from this, we're getting bamboo. Now, obviously, when the actual bamboo feature is actually out, I will update this map as well for free. And then we can obviously get ourselves some actual bamboo wood on the go. But yeah, through this guy, you're going to end up getting a bit of a spoiler here, netherrack. Now, remember, there is a little bit of netherrack right here as well. But if you cook netherrack up in a furnace, you actually end up getting a nether bricks, and you want to throw that at them as well. Now, there is some islands to obviously unlock as well, and these islands are biome dependent as well, and they are kind of all related to what these guys kind of like. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hang on a minute. You need to do the whole map with this one guy. No, guys. There is a very rare chance that you'll get yourself a piglin, or passive piglin, I should say, spawn egg, okay, from this guy. He will randomly drop them, but it's stupidly rare. So, yeah, you can get them that way, but also on the islands, you'll find some trapped guys. So there's like, I think there's 6 islands if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, they basically contain some passive piglins on there, and you need to kind of free them. Be careful, they might be quite dangerous. But yeah, I don't want to spoil any more than that. Okay, but that is a Barter Block in a bit of a nutshell. A bit of a quick look, first look kind of video, I guess. But anyway, guys, I'm DanRobzProbz. Thank you very much for watching, as always, and thank you for all the support, as always, as well. And I do want to just mention here, now this has been a bit of a passion project for me. I really enjoyed making the original one, maybe like 2 years ago, that I released for free. If you do want to play a free version of it, you can. I will have a link for that in the description of the video as well. But bear in mind, it's not updated, and I will never update it because I will be updating this one that is actually on the store. The main reason of me putting it on here is for people to obviously experience this, that can experience that without downloading maps from the Minecraft marketplace, unfortunately. But yeah, again, if you do want to play a kind of free version of this, I will have a link for it in the description of the video. But anyway, I'm DanRobzProbz. Thank you very much for watching and listening to me rambling on. And yeah, good luck out there if you do download this. Thank you again. Anyway,